What's going on, everyone? If we look at today's price action and we kind of go over some of the 20 SMA plays early in the session and even midway through lunch and just a little bit after lunch, there was some decent setups. Now today, Jay Boogie, aka Jay Powell, was talking. We had some other, non-voting Fed members speak, kind of just reiterating on interest rates and the cuts and stuff like that. So again, 0.25% cut. On pace for 2% inflation, yada, 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 right? To me, a lot of this stuff is already baked in, right? If you kind of go to your daily chart and you just look at what we've been doing, right? If I just kind of go to our daily chart here, just very quickly, it was to be expected, right? So notice when we pulled back, once we had this big pullback here into the 200 daily moving average, we had a nice bounce and we've been kind of consolidating. Now, one thing that I want to point out is that we failed to take out the previous swing high here from yesterday's highs, and we got a little bit of an inverse hammer candle. So next week, could we confirm yesterday's lows and start to push lower? Absolutely, right? Like I said, it's just my opinion, but I think a lot of this price action has already been baked into the equation here. So the initial spike, once he started to speak, really, it was just a chain reaction, right? Just a lot of people who were short early off the bell, they got trapped and they ran this price up, and then it immediately came back down, right? So if we look at what happened this morning and we kind of look at the opening range and we look at the first candle was a push down to the downside. Now, in Evolution Traders, I tried to tell people, let's stay a little bit more patient. I really didn't look for any trade setups until after he started to speak and then caught a little bit of momentum. Just due to the fact that once we seen that the price was pushing down, we were kind of just chopping around for a little bit here into the top of the hour. And then realistically, once he came on and he started speaking, we also had some numbers that dropped as well. We kind of took out this, little swing high here from the pre-market, and then it absolutely exploded at over 100 points. Now, this is a very hard kind of candle to get in on because it's like, do you wait for this candle to close and then, get in if we confirm once price gets over that? Do you just jump in with the high volatility and the fast movements? That's what makes trading hard. For me personally, I'm not going to say that, this is a smart move to do, but once we took out those pre-market highs and I seen the momentum and the tape start to speed up very quickly, I just, threw on a mini contract, grabbed some points, seen green, got the heck out, right? So, but if we look at 20 SMA plays, well, I want you guys to notice at 6:45 in the morning, we closed over the 20-day moving average and we were above this 200. So we really didn't confirm going lower into the 200. We didn't lose a 200. So maybe this is worth an opportunity here. Now, you would have had to have sit in this trade for about 5-10 minutes before it started to explode, but it was damn near almost a perfect entry. Now, the only thing that would have thrown you out of this trade is if you were oversized, and you couldn't withstand the heat of the pullback, because you look at the 2 wicks here, we did pull back and we pulled back 20-25 points here. So one thing that remains true is I think, okay, and this is my opinion, but I think the first trade setup of the day, we've got to be on micros. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, especially if you're newer to trading, especially if you're trying to get funded, especially if you have a new funded account where you haven't taken any payouts. I think that first trade of the day, until we see some price action, until we get a feel of the market, we've got to be trading 2-3 micros max. Even in that particular situation, the pullback that we had here once we got into this trade of 20-25 points, if you're trading 2 contracts, you're only down around $100. Okay, that's not much. Okay, that's not much at all. So when you really think about that, not being down that much, it's kind of, a little bit more easy to digest, right? So when you think about that, then you can get in and take your $100, $150, $200 winner. Now, the second trade setup of the day was a drastic, almost 200-point candle, and that closed below the 200-day moving average here. And you can see, if you were going to take this setup, this is way too much risk, right? No one's going to give up 200 points on this. This is basically grabbing this trade by the seat of it's like, you better hope that it works, okay? Because there's not a whole lot that you can do if this thing starts to backpedal against you. And two, if you have a big price target and it doesn't hit that price target, you're going to get absolutely slammed. For the sake of this strategy, for the sake of taking 5 to 10 points, the low price was 19,641 and it does drop all the way down to 19,622. So you would have taken 5-10 points if you would have got this one and then quickly reversed. Now, long position set up, never confirmed. Short position did set up and that low price was 19,760. And the next candle drops down to 19,745. So there was a 15-point drop here. Again, 5 to 10 points max on these scalps is what I'm looking to take. 90% of the time, I'm looking to take 5 points. Sometimes if I'm trading a little bit smaller, like on the micro side, 5 micros or something like that, I'll try to shoot for 10 points. The last trade setup that we had just happened, maybe about 30-45 minutes ago here at 10:15 Pacific Standard Time. We kind of closed over this 20 SMA. You can see it start to curl back around, and it was right here at this level of supply. A little bit of a double top here at this period, triple top actually, at this 200-day moving average. That's the yellow line you see. Once we got over that 200-day moving average, we put in a little bit of a top here. Now this would have also paid your 5 to 10 points. So all in all, easy price action to trade? No. But was there some areas of opportunity? Sure, because this worked if you were able to withstand the heat. This one worked, this one worked, and this one worked. So technically speaking, 4 trades worked. Whether you made money on those 4 trades is a different scenario. It's a different question to be asked, because if you didn't, well, the question is going to rise, why did you not? Is it because you were oversized and you couldn't withstand the heat once we started to pull back, right? If that's the case, the answer on how to fix it is right in front of your face. Size down, guys. Stop trying to trade so much. Stop trying to trade so big. Stop trying to make $500, $1,000 a trade. Be happy with your $75, $100, $150, because guess what? Those are going to add up. Those days are going to add up. That's going to get you one day closer to passing an evaluation. It's going to get you one day closer to getting that payout. So slow things down. Again, hope you guys all enjoy your weekend. Hope you guys all had a fantastic trading day. I'll see all of you guys on the inside. By the way, guys, Apex, 80% off, 1 day to pass, as well as $85 lifetime activation fees. I'm going to load up. I've got 9 funded accounts with Apex. I think I'm going to go out and buy another 10 accounts with the plan to at least try to pass half of them. Okay, I'm going to try to pass them very aggressive next week, but the whole reason is I want to get those $85 lifetime activation fees and then just slowly milk them. Okay, so as soon as they get funded, slowly milk them. $100 days. Okay, that's what I'm shooting for. $100 days. I don't care if it takes me 45 days to get a payout, but if I can get a payout on 10 of those accounts, it's going to be well worth it. Okay, so with that being said, I'll see all of you guys next week. For those of you guys in Evolution Traders, congratulations to those of you guys who were posting gains early in the morning. I'll see all of you guys back in the room.